are in the cave where time does not exist, so you know what kind of video this is going to be. You are listening to Slowly Me Rot by Obituary. There you go. Thanks, Adams, for this gem. A trade, a record I bought in the slew of the last stock, and then a big ass box or unboxing of Down with the Mosai. Let's delve in. This is, yeah, good friend of mine, 7888. We did a trade. This is Congress and Deformity, 7-inch, a 8000 classic. I'm slowly building the Congress collection. The fact that Deformity is on the B-side is a plus on all fronts, so yeah. This is on Good Life Recordings, God Defined and Exhume the Truth, Belgian label, 8000, you know, Kortrijk, Ghent, those kind of places that did 90s hardcore, metalcore. That is the first one. The 7-inch is the red one. There you go. If you're into hardcore, if you're into, you know, what we did in Belgium or what they did in Belgium in the 90s, this is kind of a classic. Thank you for that, mister. That's the first one. This is just the intro. The main ticket is Down with the Mosai. But this is Morbid Metal by Samael. The box set On Darkness Shall Rise. I opted not to get it in the first run because I thought there would be enough copies, but it sold out, you know, immediately. This is the box, of course, beautifully done. They started with tape boxes, now they have, you know, a slew of releases, and then there's this beautiful 7-inch box. Into the Eternal Storm of Evil, Macabre Operetta, Medieval Prophecy, which is the classic, From the Dark to Black, they're all classic, and Morbid Metal live from '92. That is the lineup. Comes with a patch. There you go. Sticker. That was on the box. Limited to, I don't know, 500. There you go. There's the repress on black now. This is the 7-inch box. Let's get it out. The back is the same as the patch. They love to reuse these things. Then there's the Into the Eternal Storm of Evil 7-inch. They're all beautifully released. There you go. This is Swiss classic material. Knowledge of Ancient Kingdom, Messenger of the Light, Into the Dark, Sleep of Dead, Vorpalak and Pat de Norvae, de Navare, what the hell? Yeah. Tentative Drums and Funeral Incantation. There you go. Like I said, all picture discs with the tape artwork, because these were all released on tape and then re-released in some incarnation, but this is the beautiful box. Live picture. There you go. Very highly influential. They were on the early on the Doom, like Doom tip, especially with their Worship Hymn, and then whatever came before that. But yeah, they went into some industrial stuff. We're mainly in it for the Morbid Metal, the early stuff. There you go, from dark to black. See a picture there. The devil. This is quite a box set. Even if it's just on black, I think it's worth, you know, picking up if you're into that early satanic black that. There you go. That was the last one, the Macabre Operetta, and then there's the Booklets, of course, it's DSR. You get the picture. A lot of artwork, a lot of original artwork, demo artwork, flyer artwork, promo artwork, texts. And then the latter half is picture material. Just one very cool live picture. There are a lot of live pictures in here, but you know, when it's stuff like this. Very trashy, very good. One more cool picture maybe. There we go. The band. With some poster or some flyer. So yeah, very well worth picking up if you're into, you know, early good stuff. Demo material. on vinyl. And then the 12-inch to kick off the intro, or to round up the intro, is the Cemetery Lights again, Sinister Two Natures 12-inch. This came out some time ago, but before I was really at the scope on Rejet Sinister. This was put out through Nuclear War Now. This one, I think, is the first or the second split, I'm not sure. Cemetery Lights is kind of a doomy thing, I think, but I'm blanking on it right now. They're called Diabolus, Silvarum, Lycanthropus, and Two Natures, which is cool that they, just took the title from the Cemetery Lights splits. Yeah, I'm woefully unaware of that band. They were always on. I think it's an American dude, but I'm not sure. The Corpse is his name. The Rejet Sinister side, just black metal. I think very limited, because I had to search for this one if you're in Europe. I think Nuclear War Now might still have copies, but for Europe it's done. Occult Black Doom Union of New England Necromancer and Finnish Spectres, 7 hymns of werewolf lust inspired by old Samael. So, the link is there, and the lineage is also there. So this is the Cemetery Lights with the Corpse. As I said, all Cemetery Lights emanate from the Corpse. Elke Tunen, all the artwork, the cover is insane. One of my favorites. Just a simple portrait with a wolf on the shoulder and a flame on the other shoulder. Very nice. Then the Rejet Sinister side is this one. Ari and Heidi with the Ouroboros. That is you, no servant anymore. Runs beside of evil is equal. Runs beside of equal is little. Runs beside of evil is equal to it and rejoices in the triumph. Jesus. I had to rewind that. There you go. The last split to complete the entire collection. Still hunting for that original demo, but I was assured that that would happen. But yeah, cool to finally finish the entire Rejet Sinister discography. Thank you to everybody who watched that interview or that talk. We hit that 666 mark. That's all we can ask. There you go. Cemetery Lights, you are next in my scope. That is it for the intro. We'll be back for part 2 with Down with the Most High. Hey, part 2. A little bit easier. I rushed the intro a bit because we had 5 children. I had to hustle. This is the second part, and this is the Down with the Most High part. I was going to play this playlist, but I think I have time for one record, and that is this one. Since I did the sale, I checked to see if I really had this double, because I'm selling the tape version because I have the Glorious Vinyl, but I was in doubt. Shadow Dungeon, the Leper King returns. There we go. The new Dungeon Synth crest. The return of the Leper King was recorded, and then by Shadow Dungeon in total isolation. It marks the return to the realms of the undying spirits. One of the better pictures. There you go. The man himself. Yeah. On Go to War X, I think the tape version too, if I'm not mistaken, in the tape list. The other ones were Occulta, and then of course Necromantic Worship. Occulta with Night Without End. Very cool record that I re-dug up. The box from Down with the Most High. I have a running order there, like with some labels, not a lot anymore, but some labels, I think 3 now. So Daniel, when he has some time, he just ships my stuff, mainly when stuff comes in. We are going to do a White Filth Talk. I'm not sure when, because I don't know how hard or how much the prep will be. We'll see. On the heels of this will be a tape delay with all the bootlegs and stuff like that. But yeah, let's delve in. I opened it just so we can save some time. You don't have to see me cut into it. Let's see. Let's start with the first things. I don't know what's in here. I know what's in here, but not what extra stuff is in here. This is the Baphomancia shirts that came with the pre-order for the demo collection, I guess. Let's see. Always very well packed, of course, in his offertory. This is the Elcutten shirts design. The design for the limited wraparound sleeve, but that will show up. What's this? Abyssian Necrometal Eternal, and then I don't know if they're a 2-piece, 3-piece. Live it's a different beast, but yeah, there you go. Very cool. Been following these Los Angeles natives, I think, for a while. Then of course the crusts. There you go. That's the first thing. That was not a freebie. Then the 2 tapes. The Crucifixation with Goat Worship. This was sold out some time ago. I don't know if it's repressed or just leftover stock, but finally the demo material comes in. I think I'll do another video with him, or we'll talk about it when we do the interview. But I think it's an American dude, one man, black metal, death metal crossover. You know, and the Von is on the tongues of everybody these days because of the nuclear war now reissue. So yeah. It surprised me. When I got the first goodie box from Daniel there, this was not in there, or I grabbed 2 tapes, I'm not sure. This was sold out at the time, so once again, I don't know if it's a repress. And then a new thing, Necromaniac with, Stormancy maybe? Seomancy, I don't know what that means. Seomancy, Malediction, and Rites Abominable. There we go. Still in the plastic, but these will show up in the talk once again. This is a freebie. I know there are people in here from US, Norway, you know, a lot of countries. I think 4 countries in here, but it just like the Evil Deceiver from Zombie Dance. This is also a tape that caught me by surprise in the sense that it is that dead doomy shit, but played very, very well. Musicians that can actually play. But yeah, like I said, will pop up. Then there is this, and I think this is a whole bunch of tapes, or the J card photos. I asked him to put some extra promo material in here, or some extra artwork that I can do, I don't know, collages with or something. These are basically all J cards. All Blaster and Death, Witchcraft, Crucifixication. What's this? Another Witchcraft. All tapes I have, but very cool. Again, J cards. Same. Then, ooh, this is cool. I didn't know it was so cardboardy, but yeah, there you go. You notice the 2 skulls in the snow. This is one I don't know. Another Witchcraft. There you go. And then this one. One of his laters. Oppositor, I think. Spanish, maybe. That's cool. A lot of J cards, maybe put in a frame or something. Falling, of course, it's falling. There, that was layer 1. Very cool shirts, and then the tapes. And then this one is a bigger box. There you go. Flip it over, because I know he puts the flyer material in their box. Morbid from the Dark. I know they did the English one. This is for the Barcelona show. Some official merch. It seems Morbid is back from the dead. Black Templar. I don't know what that is. Belgifor and Carpathian Forest. My 2 most funny gigs ever at the same time. The obligatory, this one. Then Black Sea Productions, Down with the Most High. It's a lot. Impaled Nazarene show. There you go. Necromantic Worship, showed this. Winds of Sorrow, Winds of Agony, done. Another Black Seed one. Sarcophago, Inuian Old Classics in Spain. All these old bands are starting back up. It's cool to see, but you know, nobody's playing my town. There you go. That's all flyer material, but all the same to put in different packages. Yeah, Morbid is back. What else do you need to know? And then some sleeves. This one, the first. Cemetery Lights pops back up the corpse with Calixao or something like that. Caixao, something like that, and Decade. This is a very nice release. There was a limited one on Papyrus, printed on Papyrus. Didn't pick it up. Then one of my favorites from them, Demantle the Demos, Belgian. Weirdo or weirdos, whatever you want. The 2 demos. And then Azagarot, Spain. one of the demos he unearthed and then did the full length. I don't know if it's an old full length or new full length, I think old, but there you go. Looks the part. Saxa, all releases he did, but I'm blasting through them because we'll talk about them. Spells from the Crypt, this is the insert for that one. Then there is the extra poster for the Baphomancia, if this is a double. I know where that one's going. I will get to them. Very nice. Put this there. Work with me, stupid. There is the Gorat poster. There we go. Very nice release. Old Spanish stuff. He did a bunch of witchcraft, which I have, but this is a nice card. There you go. Promo card like in the old days with the patch, the shirt, the tapes, everything you need. Also very cool. Can go up on the wall. A bunch of stickers, but all stickers that are going on a record, so I showed a bunch. Blasphemy, that's cool. Leftovers from the Fallen Angel of Doom they did. That's nice, thank you. Proclamation, I showed these before. Still very sick. The insert booklets for Nocturne. Wow, he didn't hold back. Perfect. Perfect. New decorations. Yeah, it doesn't stop. Just keeps on going. This is a label that takes care of their releases and, you know, puts out unbelievable stuff. This is a kind of a spoiler because this is the sleeve for the Baphomancia and the back, kind of like the shirt. This was the extra sleeve for the Treblinka Noise Chamber rehearsals. There you go. I have the tape version of this one, but this is really fucking nice. Private release, keep off the internet. They mean the music, not the promo. This one is also very cool. Dead Christ box sets. I opted for that vinyl, but the tape, triple tape. UK, crusty, black, you know, something in between. And then the vinyl, and what I actually ordered, because it's all cool, very cool. But this is what I ordered. This is the, I don't know what the music is called, Macabre something Overdose, I think. From the guys in Witchcraft in the Hamina, sorry, Finland. So Gold Prayer and Black Moon did a zine, or have a zine. This is number 4 already, so I missed a bunch. Best on the back. Starts with them, of course, Witchcraft. What else is in here? Crucifixation, something like that. Amen Corner, very cool stuff. War Commander, blah blah blah. Let's see. Wow, I don't know too many names, which is a very good sign. It looks unbelievable. Something I can read. Gorgon, I think, French stuff, old. And looking at a lot, not showing a lot. There you go. It seems there's a whole thing on France, because I've seen Blessed in Sin here, Concilium. Yeah, well, very interesting zine, it seems. Try to dig through it and then show something again, but yeah, a lot of stuff I can't read or don't know. Macabre Overdose, very cool to have this one. Then, when a Spanish record comes out, get it in Spain, buy local, I guess. This is from the Visceral Abyss from Titan Blood. I have not heard a single thing of this record because I was waiting for it to come in on Glorious Vinyl. Here it is, put out through Norma Evangelium Diaboli. Of course, the back. It's not caked in blood like the other, but yeah. Booklets, obligatory for them and the label, chock full with extra artwork, scribbles, lyrics. There we go. This is just a black vinyl version. I'm not sure there is color. I don't think so. Yeah. Very clean, just 2 of the same labels. Yeah. There's no skipping this one. Titan Blood. Dead black war-ish, but not really. Nothing of the sorts, but everything of the sorts. This is the Crucifixation Blaspheme unto Death, the LP and Church leaflet insert. The Beat album, one of the most inquisitive emerging USBM dark forces. So yeah, I was right. Vicious, scornful metal of death, preaching total blasphemy and mockery of the flock. Overthrown 27, made in Spain. It's kind of reminiscent of this one. It works perfectly, the demo, and a bit more details and worked on full length, especially for the cover. Let's see what is in here. There is a download code, which I adore lately. Dropped it, of course. There you go. The cover, a bull head, no, just a lot of blades. Yeah, looks cool. There is the man himself. Goat worshipper, all instruments and vocals with the machete. What else is in here or on here? There is a grayish, yeah, gray, white, black vinyl. There you go. Beautiful artwork, beautiful details. Records done. Then there's this, the booklet, the site apostasy and site blasphemy. This is a fold out like a church letter or church leaflet. Very nicely done. I haven't seen the signs of heresy, that prophecy of the black goat victory. There you go. What else is in here? There are some prayer cards in here. Church leaflet inserts. That's the one. That's actually a church leaflet. And then there are prayer cards, a bunch of them, I think 12, with some extra artwork. Yeah, very nice release. The whole law, blaspheme unto death, Gothic power. I think for every, probably for every lyric or for every song there is a card, which makes it very cool, in my opinion. Yes, we are listening to the Crucifixation. 2 records left. Short video this week. Summer. I have shit to do. This is the one I have been waiting for. This is the Baphomancia in his offertory, plus Treblinka noise chamber rehearsals. The double LP set booklet poster, limited to 100 hand-numbered copies. There you go. He struck a deal, or it's not a deal because this is a labor of love, but he made a connection with the guys from Baphomancia, Ceremonial Incantations, all those bands that are, I think, LA based. Maybe not native, like I said, but based for sure. Cemetery Dwellers, greatest t-shirts in the world, designers, great music making USBM troupe that, I've been a fan for a long time. Anthology featuring the demos Agonized in Belial's Land and Promethean Fire, plus the rare TNCR. This is unique USBM worshipping the Brazilian, Colombian, Greek scenes of yore with a doomy edge in the vein of early Samael and the cathartic chaos of the Herod. It's a bit more rough than all the other things mentioned. The melody of the Greeks is a bit reined in. It's fouler than most, but yeah, definitely worth checking out. This is the record. This is not the everything I just showed. This is the full thing. There we go. A Heidi cover, an artwork, Vici and Necrometal Eternal, and the full lineup of the tracks. This is a glorious re-release and well-deserved for the band. All limited cassettes, which I showed not that long ago, I guess, but finally. Here we go. Poster, which I'm thankfully having double now. This is another poster or a booklet. There you go. An altar on the cover. More info, more pictures of the original flyers, and even the NPR flyers in here, so they went above and beyond. There you go. Not that it's that hard to dig up, but still. I don't know everything or where everything comes from, but yeah. Meat and Fire is a very cool one. Limited to 300 it seems, which is insane looking back on it. Then, what else is in here? There is the, extra Treblinka cover that wraps around it. An interview. And the demos. Screams of Agony. Very nice. This is a double album, of course. There we go, Promethean Fire, an Agonizing Belial's Lands, old logo and a new logo, and this is the other one, blood red with black, perfect for this one. Boom. Treblinka. It's cool to finally have people listen to this because, like I said, this was only on tape, and I don't think this was a 300 release. Definitely not. That was all. This was a gesture Daniel did to me because we had a miscommunication on Discogs. Because I was looking for the Toy Guys, the first demo, and then he was sold out, so he presented me this. This is a record that fetches a lot of money, and I did the offer. We did the deal for 40, and then he realized, you know, this is actually a much more worthy record than 40, but he still gave it to me out of the kindness of his heart, so that alone should tell you enough. This is Torgeist with Time of Sabbath, their first full length, still a demo, I'm not sure. It has a bunch of tracks, like 6 on here, so. This is on Drakar Productions, I don't know when, I think 2000, before time. But yeah, a very nice release from the Legion Noir network, one of the bands. I am going to talk more about them. Maybe do a Legion Noir in the next. I was going to do the bootleg tapes in a tape delay, but we can go further with them. So yeah, Times of Sabbath, the Black Lord, Bellet, Rim, vocal guitar, Lord Akon Ketet, Voddeber, Bator, Keset, something like that, and a Dark Soul on drums. Father Satan, we serve you eternally and for the death of all humanity. There you go. Daniel, thank you very much for this one. Dakar. And this is on a single but very clean slab of black Torgeist vinyl. So yeah, in the next one, it's not going to be a Legion Noir fest, but there will be a lot of Legion Noir. I don't know how, we'll see how we manage it, but yeah, a very flimsy yet very cool, you know, gatefolds. It's not to put the insert in, but very cool. I say very cool a lot. There you go, Torgeist. This will pop up again, Times of Sabbath, maybe in the back, maybe playing. Yeah, unbelievable. Daniel, thank you. That was a very short, very run through, down with the most. Like I said, when we talk, or when I talk to Daniel, it will be a feast of all these records and going into details, much more than you would like to admit. Yeah, Samael running through it today, through all the releases, so very important band, check them out, the Morbid Metal box. Come to Pankaki Festival, that's the last thing I want to say for this one. It kinda is all in the same vein, all these people are doing wonderful things, whether it's Daniel, whether it's Peter, whether it's, you know, Jules, booking it. Yeah, just, if you're in Belgium or in the region, please come through. That and the last Medieval Prophecy got released, the batch or the intro got released. Dude, I think 3 shirts now are up for pre-order, so if you're into shirts, good bands, good music, that's it. Medieval Prophecy is up now. That's it, I guess. Yes. Did I run through everything? Yeah. Boots are next, Legion Noir next. Will be up during summer. I'll catalog this and we'll be back very soon. Peace, have a good weekend.